Scouts spent much of the day in their campsite, receiving instruction and working towards second and first class requirements and merit badges. Afternoon activities included swim periods, archery, and pioneering projects. The craft and nature lodges were also open to interested scouts. They also had to prepare for campsite inspections. After dinner, the units competed in volleyball and softball, and canoeing and boating on Crystal Lake was also available. Evening programs were either at the unit campfiring or in the amphitheater for special all-camp shows, skits, songfests, and recognitions. Almost all the programs at Camp Man was on a troop basis, including troop campfires, overnight hikes to Trout Pond, and bird hikes. Many other activities were done on a division or an all-camp basis, including aquatic programs like swimming, boating, sailing, and canoeing. There were athletic events like archery and Camp Olympics, camp-wide council fires, stunt nights, songfests, and story nights. Each evening, the impressive camp-wide retreat ceremony took place on the central parade ground. Troop recognitions were awarded, and on certain evenings, scouts were tapped out and led away for induction into Kanohwahkee Lodge, Order of the Arrow. The general camp program included campcraft instruction, handicraft, and axemanship demonstrations. Pioneering projects, Indian lore, nature study, and special sessions on merit badges, especially in outdoor subjects, also took place. The Scouts also used the Nature Lodge and Handicraft Lodge. They could participate in canoe trips on the Delaware River or on Lake Wallenpaupack in Pennsylvania on an all-camp basis under qualified leadership. Usually, a camp-wide program stressing Scout skills was held the first week. The second week was a fun event, including Scout-powered auto races or a water carnival. A Scout circus featuring sideshows and animal acts, including giraffes and elephants. Lakeside Division had a college day, Indian Day, camp elections, war, and Olympics. On Sundays, parents visited the camps. Sunday afternoon programs for parents included a waterfront fleet show, each unit selecting a theme and displaying it, and pageants including an American Indian theme and countries of the world theme, where each troop represented a different country and scouts dressed up in native costumes. Parents could also see an Indian pageant in the amphitheater. The camp chapel was completed in August 1934 by Kanohwahkee Lodge and provided interfaith services. Religious organizations back in Queens or Manhattan usually provided chaplains in each major denomination. In 1938, the second campsite in Division A was changed into a staff camp with 3 chaplain cabins. Franklin Delano Roosevelt visited Camp Man frequently as both Governor of New York and as President of the United States. In August 1930, he received the Silver Buffalo from Justice Frederick Kernigan. He was inducted into the Kanohwahkee Lodge, Order of the Arrow, on August 26, 1936. Many national and local scouting dignitaries were present. In 1931, Paul A. Seipel, Antarctic explorer and Eagle Scout, visited Camp Man and was inducted into Kanohwahkee Lodge. Governor Herbert Lehman visited in 1934 and saw a water pageant. Chief Scout Executive James West was a frequent guest. The Tower of Friendship, constructed in 1936, was conceived by Scout Executive Charles M. Heastand, Camp Director Joseph H. Brinton, and Assistant Camp Director Russell Turner, as a symbol and reminder of camp friendships. It was located near Stagg Hall, which burnt down in 1937. The tower was designed and built by A.G. Jeffrey and consists of stones contributed from many national and local leaders, each state of the Union, several foreign countries, and from camps associated with Camp Man. The bust was sculptured in the likeness of Vincent Kohler, a Kanohwahkee Lodge brother, by the famous artist and illustrator Norman Rockwell. Landscaping of the surrounding area was completed by members of Sawannakee Lodge. The tower's eternal flame was lighted with ceremony the first evening of each session, and from this fire sparks were taken to light the first campfire in each unit at Camp Man. A statue of the stag, the camp's totem, was near the tower. The landship Amishol and later Amishol II served Sea Scouts and older Scouts interested in nautical skills and aquatic events. Camp Adirondack was open for senior Scouts. Campers and staff lived in small lean-tos, cooking 2 of their 3 meals daily at their campsite, and each Scout participated in at least one 3 to 4 day backpacking trek each 2-week period. All senior staff wore long-sleeve white shirts and dark green neckties on Sundays and other visitors' days or on special occasions. Each evening after the camp bugler had played taps, in each campsite, the scoutmaster or assistant or an invited guest gave a short vesper, a story or a poem or a homily to end the day. And to celebrate some worthy occasion, either applause was given or, at a leader's cue, "Does he get it?" was followed by a vigorous "How? How?" Camp Man provided staff for administrative work and feeding operations. Also, program directors and support staff for campcraft, handicraft, nature, and other activities like Indian lore and archery. Charles M. Heastand was the Scout Executive of the Queen's Council from 1929 to 1937. Joseph H. Brinton, Assistant Executive, was the Director of Camp Man from 1930 to 1937. And Field Executive Russ Turner served as Assistant Director in the last several of those 8 years. Boards of Review and Courts of Honor were held at the end of each 2-week period in camp. Scouts would earn a Camp Man emblem. Requirements included campcraft and woodcraft, nature study, advancement, first aid, swimming, boating, or canoeing. There were also honor camps, honor troops, and honor tent awards. Sawannakee Lodge was organized by Heastand and Brinton the summer of 1930. Charter members were inducted in July at a very primitive circle off the trail leading north from the amphitheater. They continued to induct 10 to 15 new members each 2-week camp period throughout the season. From the beginning, Sawannakee Lodge was very active, providing service to Camp Man. Members served as ushers at the amphitheater and at all gatherings of the entire camp. They were guides for Sunday visitors and handled parking, conducted tap-out ceremonies at the parade ground retreats, and fire lighting ceremonies at the general campfires. The Lodge also built the Sawannakee Ceremonial Circle at the original sites. In 1938, Camp Man's independence as a borough camp ended with the consolidation of the 10-Mile River Scout Camps under Alfred C. Nichols, Chief Camp Director. Many camp traditions ended, and new ones were started. The Camp Man story did not end, but continued on for many more years.